Laughter and Love with Jerlyn Cass!
How to have a healthy heart? Well, of course, the best thing to do in order to make it sure that we have a healthy heart is to visit our primary care provider, because they are professionals who will really determine if we have a good condition. Important thing that sometimes people would forget in order to have a healthy heart, which is a very, very important for me. I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, but based on experience, we should release forgiveness, unload heaviness from your heart. If ever there is hatred to someone, just release forgiveness to avoid anxiety, stress, which is really part of our daily journey. But if we learn to really release forgiveness, I believe you have a peaceful mind. And I'm gonna ask my husband about forgiveness. Jeff, can you say something about forgiveness? Because this is a hard month. It's February, and I believe aside from eating healthy foods, doing exercises, or stop any vices, I believe we should also be considering the spiritual aspect, which is very important. Like, it's my term, spiritual weight loss. Aside from physical weight loss, I think spiritual aspect is very, very crucial.
Yeah, it's like releasing yourself from the baggage. You have each one of us has personal baggage, and I use the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 14. It says, if you forgive other people who sin against you, then your Father in heaven will forgive you. But if you do not forgive others of the sin that they have done unto you, and God will not also forgive you. So it is clear that God is talking about broken relationship. So if you stay in unforgiveness, then it causes you heavy heart, and it means it's broken relationship with other people, and at the same time broken relationship with God. And there are two things that I want to share. First, forgiveness. You have to remember how you have been forgiven of your sin by God. And if you remember that, then it means you are a forgiven person, and a forgiven person is a forgiving one. And number two, you have to remember the benefit of forgiveness. Because sometimes we think that forgiving is a gift that you give to others, but actually it's a gift that you give to yourself. We have to save ourselves from, like what you said, from heartaches, from grudges, from anxiety,
Stress.
and all those things, because this is the catch. Forgiveness is freeing yourself from the chain or from the imprisonment that you yourself have made. Again, forgiveness is freeing yourself from the chain or imprisonment that you yourself have made. So you have the key. The key is forgiveness. You have to release yourself from those baggage in your life.
One of my friends asked me about backbiters. So let's she was really upset of backbiters. So let's forgive the backbiters. She asked me if I can I slap first before I'll forgive? She wants to slap the backbiter and then forgive.
At least you already have
slap the backbiters before to forgive. Is it? It's not a genuine.
Of course, if you're gonna say, just forgive, just release forgiveness.
Yeah, is it by faith?
Yeah, it's easy being said than done. But as a Christian, as a believer, you are doing it by faith. Sometimes we have that notion, I forgive but I don't feel it. Sometimes we thought it's a fake one that you release forgiveness. It's not about the feeling, but it's all what you think is right that God told you. So it's actually forgiving others is by faith, because you cannot love others when you are not forgiving. So
Yeah,
that's
I
can
did
say.
that by faith. Yeah, there are some situations and some individuals who have hurt my feelings, who have offended me, and somehow contributed to my traumatic experiences in life, and I just learned to forgive them by faith. Sometimes I remember them, but it's not easy. I still have I feel still heaviness in my heart but that very moment I have the power to shift my emotion by God's grace. When I received Jesus Christ in my life, I've learned some strategies on how to shift my emotion. Not perfect, but I've learned something.
And that's why I told you that when you have that unforgiveness, you are putting yourself into jail. You lock yourself into jail. You imprison yourself. That's why, by the power, by the grace of God, and do it by faith, when you forgive others, it is the gift that you can give to yourself. You are freeing yourself from the imprisonment.
So, you have to answer my question because my friend asked me kung pwede daw tampaon ang tao anay bago mag-forgive. Can she slap the person first before she will forgive? Or punch?
I don't know.
It's not a real forgiveness, right?
It's a wrong motive.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's a wrong motive.
It's just a joke.
I know. Okay.
Love, learn, and love. We're Journaling Cast. Happy Heart
I
Month.
have to study my. I have my.
All right. So that's one way to have a healthy heart. Aside from physical, let's consider the most important one, the spiritual aspect.
Amen.
Amen.